Hello, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to look at a little book I found at the Friends of the Library bookstore. James Patterson. It's called Zoo 2. And I just picked it up. I don't know anything about Zoo 1. But it's James Patterson and with Max DiLallo. And if you look at it closely, it says it's book stories at the speed of life. So I don't know. I thought it was interesting. It's just a short little book. 170 pages or something like that. But it was it's about scientists who's up in Greenland, stationed at Thule Air Base, and the world has been overtaken by animals. That suddenly all the animals seem to want to kill all the humans, and apparently this is what Zoo One is all about, and Zoo Two is a continuation of that story. This scientist and his wife and son are stuck up there in Greenland, and he's running for his life. Is how the story starts out from a polar bear, and he's able to escape. But he's hustled back to the U.S. Where things are progressing, and they need his help uh, figuring out an antidote. Apparently, there's a, a tribe that hasn't been affected by, or an area that hasn't been affected by the animals, and so they go there and try to figure out what's going on, see if they can come up with an antidote. And it's a thriller, basic thriller. It's an okay story. I certainly enjoyed it, and the interesting thing about it is that it was just like a 1 day read. A few hours actually, and I don't know if that's the way the book was designed. I was trying to, go through this again and see what made it so fast. It didn't have a whole lot of world building, but it was, took place in a world we already know, so they didn't have to explain a lot of backstory. But um, the character development seemed about the same as any other thriller. The pacing though was just incredible. It was just like super fast pacing, and then it was done, and it was just a good story. So I mean, it wasn't, it's not a great book, but it's a good book if you want to take it to the beach and read it. While you're there, you could probably read it in just a few hours. And then if you're struggling with reading books, this might be one you want to pick up, and give you some confidence that you have the abilities, to read a quick book. It's entertaining, and it's like it was almost like watching a movie um, in that amount of time. Same amount, a little more invested in it, but it was a quick read, and I just still confuses me how they got it to be a quick read. There's got to be some trick to it. Because I'm not a super fast reader, but I'm not slow, but I definitely don't usually finish a book in 1 day. Um, so I just thought you might like to hear about that. If you're struggling with reading or you want something quick for the beach, I'll go and pick up one of these little book shots, they're called, uh, and see how you like it. Let me know in the comments if you have any feedback. We'll talk to you next time.